Hey everybody, Dave Whitmarsh and Anisa Aven here. This is the introductory to our AI and HR event, and we want to thank everybody who gets the opportunity to come in at any point today to participate in any of these sessions. So right now, what we're going to do is just sort of go over some of the sessions and give you an idea of what's to come for the day. And the first session we have, and I will also give Anisa a chance to introduce herself, as I'm going to toss it over to her very shortly. I'm just going to share my screen here. And so the first session we have at the day, which starts at 11 Eastern, is how AI can help with your DEI efforts. So Anisa, why don't you introduce yourself and give us a bit of information about the session you're co-hosting.
Yeah, but you bet. Thank you, David. And thank you everyone for joining. It's exciting what's happening in the business world with organizations learning to use artificial intelligence and some of the next gen technology to transform HR, to gain the business insights they need to run their business and to be better managers, leaders, transformation specialists, whatever it is. So this first session at 11 a.m. Eastern is how we can leverage artificial intelligence through a methodology that we've put together called Lean DEI. What we know is that the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion is pretty sensitive and at times very difficult inside organizations to have in a respectful manner that also includes all folks in an organization. And so we've developed a way for artificial intelligence to give us some leverage, focusing on the aggregate results of an organization as opposed to individual issues. So we're developing a means to remove it from the personal pathology of individuals who have biases and instead put it on what do we want to accomplish as an organization by leveraging the benefits of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I think you'll find it pretty fascinating.
Good stuff. All right, so the next session we have is, and Trish might kill me for using this picture, but it's AI and predictive analytics at work. A practical case study to help new tools are making talent development faster, more effective, and less costly. So, so I haven't seen this session, to be perfectly honest with you, but let me give you some background about Trish. So about 15 years ago, I was instructed to build a community together to roll out a certification program around training enablement, technology in training enablement. And 3 people that I talked to when I was building out an advisory board told me I have to get to know Trish. And so I tracked her down, and from there, in lost touch for a decade, but have recently connected and very happy that she's been doing a lot of work in blockchain and AI. And she's really just brilliant and absolutely love what she's doing. So I'm really looking forward to this session and hope you guys can make it.
Yeah, on that particular session, I just wanted to say that the things that folks are going to take away are pretty interesting around how AI-enabled talent development can really unlock individual as well as organizational capabilities. And I know that that's a fascinating topic, but to see it in action, I'm looking forward to Trisha's session.
And so, Anisa, I'll let you do the intro on the next one, because I know that you and Vivek have worked hand in hand on a number of projects. So
Yeah, so Vivek's technology is puts together artificial intelligence with empathetic communications. It's based on behavioral science, and it literally allows organizations to understand employee needs at scale. I want you to imagine if you could have a personal coach for every 3 or 4 people in your organization, how that coach could help an organization understand what is it going to take for us to have employees fully engaged, to foster innovative and creative thinking and problem solving. Where are the issues, and in what departments and in what groups of individuals do we need to focus our energy in order to have a really high performing workforce? All of those things are now possible with what Vivek and his team's technology brings to the table.
Very cool. And if you guys get to know him, he's just an absolutely amazing specimen of a human too.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, so the next session we have is surveys being ineffective and old school, and this is a modern approach. Gather some feedback. Not a lot of AI in here, although they do have an interesting method of gathering or helping some organizations with data. And so I think that this is a topic that is very important to most organizations to start any project, and is something that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Any additional comments there,
That
Anisa?
Robert cares deeply about the work that he's doing, and so he has developed some what I'll call some runway programs where we're going to get organizations who are not getting effective buy-in or participation in their surveys can test a different technology without having to commit, without having to overload their resources, and just see, will the technology that he's developed and his team developed work better for our organization? Will we get better participation and better insights? So if your surveys aren't working, they could be because they're old school and you don't want to miss this one.
Cool, thanks. All right, so the second last session here is from Carolyn. She's the CEO and founder at Humaxis. So she's got some interesting work that she's done. And to tell you the truth, there's something always exciting whenever I talk to Carolyn. She's got a very scientific brain, and I think every time I speak with her, I should probably book off half the day, because we can just get going in different directions of capabilities and functions. And although this topic is pretty simple and very important, she certainly understands a lot of complexity around AI, and would welcome any conversations or how and what and why, and stretching the limits of what's capable. So please join if you're available at that time. If not, you can catch the recording. And last but not least is a friend of mine from Australia. So Emma Weaver has been working with a coaching company, and she will be a name that you guys know over here. So she's the founder of Transfer of Learning. So we all know the studies, they're the exact percentage depends on who you read or what you follow, but the methodology for her is, when you are in a workshop or in a class, and then 5 minutes after you leave, the amount of information that you've retained is fairly minimal by percentage. And so Emma and the Transfer of Learning have created a very unique way where they interject AI into your training needs to be a constant coach that takes your learning journey farther. And she's got some pretty good work she's done. So
Excellent. What I know about, I don't know Emma personally, but I do know that one of the big Achilles heels in our space of learning and development is that huge forgetting curve. From what I've learned about Emma and the way she foresees AI impacting the learning journey is pretty progressive in that we can leverage technology to minimize or even eventually maybe eliminate that forgetting curve, making every dollar of learning investment go further. And I think that's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely. All the sessions today will be recorded and available shortly, probably, hopefully within an hour after they've run live. And if you have any sessions or future sessions that you would like us to take a look at or cover, please let us know. And we have a schedule of these pretty much every 3 weeks for the remainder of the year. And we look forward to your participation today.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing everyone. Thank you for joining us, and it's going to be a great day.
All right. Thanks, everybody.